Hey, what's up YouTube? What is going on? A little Q&A that I wanted to do today. And what I'm doing in this video is I've taken some questions that people have posted on my YouTube channel in some videos, and I've highlighted some that I think would be very important that you guys may not have read in the comment section. I just want to kind of address them in this video, and hopefully they perhaps answer some maybe things that you never thought about, or some information that you're looking for that I haven't talked about before. Before I get into Q&A though, just a quick update. On my website, I added a new page, which is resources. And these are all the kind of recommended resources that I would suggest for anyone that has maybe back pain, is involved in the strength and conditioning / personal training industry, or in the business and personal development industry. So there's a list. I'm gonna have a running list of resources there. Feel free to check them out on my website. Other than that, let's start with this Q&A. So first question, or first comment / question. I did leg presses for the first time today and now feel some slight pain in my lower back. Have I injured myself? Perhaps. It sounds like you may have overdid things, or maybe you didn't have good technique on the leg press. I'm not the biggest fan of the leg press in general. It's just not an exercise that I would ever use with my clients or anyone going forward. I think it really puts a lot of stress on the low back, and I feel like we can get a similar training effect in different ways that spare the back. Second question, Remi, what about squatting or deadlifting heavy with a weightlifting belt? I would recommend, yes, using a weightlifting belt for heavy squatting or deadlifting, or if you're in competitive powerlifting, or just looking to maybe set PRs, or you're at near max. A weightlifting belt in general, just for lifting, if you're at maybe sub-max intensities or lower intensities, I do not recommend. I don't really think there's any benefit, and it actually could maybe do more harm than good. So unless you're lifting near max or max, I would recommend a weightlifting belt. If you're looking for more information on this, I would check out Dr. Stuart McGill's book, Low Back Disorders. He goes into detail on a lot of the research regarding weightlifting belts and just belts in general for back pain. There's a lot of detail there in the book Low Back Disorders, so I'd recommend checking that out. Next question, can I go to the gym or do running after recovery? So I did a video on this previously. Anyone can go to the gym. It's just a matter of what you're doing in the gym, because you don't want to be doing the wrong things in the gym. If you do the wrong things in the gym, you can make yourself worse, but if you do the right things, then you could make yourself better. Or do running after recovery. Now, I don't know your specific case. I don't know what's going on. I'm not working with you. I can't really comment on that. I can't really comment on what's going on. My suggestion would be to find a qualified therapist or doctor that can maybe help you with a proper recovery program if you have a serious injury. Next question, can you please share the links / channels of your recommended authorized professionals you mentioned at the 20-minute mark in your video? And that's my story of low back pain. Yes, so I already kind of posted those links, and I'll put them below this video. The people that I recommend, Dr. Stuart McGill, Eric Cressy, Tony Gentilcore, those are the 3 people that I'd mentioned in that video. I wouldn't say they're the most active on YouTube. You would probably find them more active, for sure, Eric Cressy and Tony Gentilcore, on their website, on their blog. They tend to blog a lot. Dr. Stuart McGill, he is on all different podcasts. He's on Instagram. He's on the YouTube a little bit. He has a site, www.backfitbro.com, which you can also check out. Yeah, so those are the 3 people that I recommended in that video that I would suggest checking out. Specifically McGill for back issues. If you're looking more strength and conditioning, injury prevention, Eric Cressy, Tony Gentilcore, great resources. Next question. Remi, hi, I watched, and this is the last question, but Remi, hi, I watched the new documentary about Ronnie Coleman, how he struggles with many health issues in his back. He had many surgeries, but they couldn't fix him. Was wondering, what are your thoughts about this? He is very high profile athlete, way higher than Brian Carroll, for example. Why he didn't work with McGill? It's important to note that he's way older than Brian. So yes, I've heard about Ronnie Coleman's story, and I actually talked a little bit about it previously in some Snapchat stories. I talked about it. His story is pretty crazy with regards to all the surgeries, the back surgeries he's had. And I remember them talking about they put the wrong screws in his back and they had to replace them. It's pretty horrific and scary, and I don't think anyone should have to go through that. I haven't really kept up with it recently, but it is pretty intense, his story. As to why he didn't work with Dr. Stuart McGill, I do not know. I don't know, maybe he did reach out, maybe they did work together. I honestly don't know that. The one thing I'll say though is Dr. Stuart McGill is becoming more mainstream in the past couple of years. He wasn't known about really years ago. Just all of his resources are coming out now, especially now that he's not at Waterloo teaching anymore. I think that maybe had something to do with it, just not being as known. Maybe they did know each other, I don't know, but that's just a thought though to think about. Other than that, yeah, those are all the questions I wanted to highlight in this little Q&A. And I hope you guys were able to take away some information from this, some helpful information. If you have any other questions, or anything that you want me to maybe address in a future video or whatnot, please leave a comment below. Also, one more thing that I forgot to mention, I should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, but in the comments of my videos, there's a lot of good information in there. I try to respond to everyone's comment or question, and there's a lot of good questions that people have asked, and that's why I made this video, just to highlight some of them. But if you can kind of go through old videos, and if there's maybe, you may find some good information there in addition to my YouTube videos. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, I wish you guys all the best and a successful and productive day. Take care.